Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Didn't mean to do that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I was trying to fix my camera. All right, y'all. So we're going to go through a couple of things this morning. Then, of course, y'all know we move over into Patreon for our Uncensored Live following this morning's TikTok Live. And this morning's TikTok Live, I'm going to do some, I'm not doing a rant this morning. I'm going to connect the dots on something that's been bothering me that I've been seeing. Yes, it is MLK Day. We must not forget. So, Trump is spazzing out today because, God forbid, it's Martin Luther King Day. He can't handle it. So, good morning to each and every one of you. Now, this morning, I'm going to talk about something that's not left versus right. It's about power. And who, as Americans, we're okay letting hold on to that power. Because it's imperative that you realize that. I also put this picture up because, since the president now has a peace prize from Machado, and he's winning all of these prizes, I figured, we need to see all the other prizes he's now claiming. Milli Vanilli, one of them has even come back from the dead, to make sure that Trump gets a Grammy. You see that? Oh, he's so happy. I'm so proud. I showed y'all last week, Serena Williams. She gave him the women's singles tennis championship award because he's such a great women's singles champion. You know what I mean? And remember, Trump also told you we should not allow men to take trophies from women, except when it's Trump, right? Except when it's Trump. But this morning, we're going to think out loud together this morning, okay? We're going to think out loud together this morning because there's a lot going on and we want to get, okay, let me put this here first. Because I know I'm going to get a couple tears this morning. No. Hold up. We're going to switch gears. Wait a minute. We don't want to start there. Let's start here. Because Trump is even Playmate of the Year. Y'all didn't know? Oh, okay. Maybe I should switch. He does have childbearing hips, though. He really does. The president has childbearing hips. Let me see. Let's go here. Let's start here. We're just going to start right there. I think Ebenism wanted my attention. You got it. I just blocked you. He didn't even do anything, but my spidey senses were tingling and it told me troll. Yup. And so on MLK Day, I have decided I'm not going to come together. We're not getting along. Block. So I just wanted y'all to show y'all a little ice that be in Minnesota. Good morning. Hey, Kiara. Good morning to you. Now, like I said, I want to talk a little bit this morning about the ground conversation, about the ground stuff that's happening in Minnesota. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what's happening in Minnesota, right? And specifically, I want to talk about the fact that the federal government is now kicking down people's doors and coming into their homes. I want to talk about that. How now the federal government is now saying to the American public that you must carry proof of citizenship on you at all times. You must carry proof of citizenship at all times so that you don't get caught up in a sweep from ICE. And it makes you wonder why, right? I mean, we know reasons why, you gotta always kind of, it's funny because conservatives always talk about the Chinese, but China requires you to carry proof. Now America does too. You're right. You got to carry your freedom papers in America. The funny thing is you can still carry those papers and still not be free. Catch that part. You can carry the papers and still not be free. And still not be free. That's the crazy part. Carry the papers and still not be considered an American in America. I find that interesting, that you still not be considered free, even when you are born on this soil, because there are other people who want to say what freedom is, right? They want to be able to dictate that. But in Minnesota, they're not allowing people to have freedom. In Minnesota, the government is dictating what that freedom is. In Minnesota, the government is telling people they don't have a right to protest. In Minnesota, the government says you ain't got a right to say what you want to say, or we might knock on your door. And don't think it just stops at Minnesota, right? But it makes me wonder, how would Americans react if it was a liberal administration doing this? Think about it. QC, that is Milli Vanilli, and one of them coming back from the dead to give Trump his Grammy. You know, now he has a Grammy because he's just taking prizes. I just want y'all to see it. It's happening behind the scenes. They're digging people up and they're giving Trump awards. But it makes me wonder, if the government was headed by a different group, would people be okay with what government is doing right now? Would it be? I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. Right? I know it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be okay. But because it's their guy, everybody act like it's nothing there. And I just wonder, if the government was headed by a different group, say liberals, who would be screaming about government power right now? Who do y'all think would be screaming about it? Dawns, you know what's no different? The fact that you're not even American, bitch. Get off my live. Go some other place. Americans are talking right now. I don't talk to immigrants. Catch that part. Trump said I didn't have to. See how that works? See, that shit go both ways. Get the fuck off my live. Come on the live. I am Pennsylvania steel worker. No, you're not. No, you're not. You ain't never even been to Pennsylvania. You ain't never even been out your own hood in your own country. Stop the cap. Y'all not coming on my live no more with that shit. I am from Pennsylvania. I am steel worker. I am steel worker. I help to build buildings in America. I am American as apple pie. No, you're not. You've never even had apple pie. Never even had apple pie. Okay? Never even had it. All right? Never even had it. Exactly. You're exactly right about that IP address. Exactly. I'm not listening to that shit. Fuck, I look like listening to somebody with dirty toenails. Somebody that doesn't get pedicures tell me what's okay and what's not okay. Say it again, Kiara. We like cobbler anyway. The fuck? No disrespect. I do like pie too, though, bruh. I like pie. But I don't want them to know it. Yeah, I'm a cobbler girl. That's why I'm like, get the fuck out of my live. Talking all that shit. Oh, we love Donald Trump. No, you don't. No, you don't. Somebody promised you a whole quarter to sit on the internet for 10 hours a day and say you love Trump. You doing that shit for a quarter. Well, I had 50 cents. I got 50 cents for you to leave the live. Got enough money for the whole week now. Now you can get off the internet and go back to your customer service job. Yes, we do like sweet potato pie, actually. I'm tired of these people. All they do is talk a whole bunch of mess. Yes, Tiffany, a whole quarter. That's why I'm offering them 50 cents. So they can at least get off the internet, stop trying to pretend to be MAGA for at least a week. Like goodness. Yes, that's Milli Vanilli. One of them came back from the dead so they both could get together and give Trump their Grammy. You know, since he's just getting prizes from other people. That ain't DEI though, right? That ain't DEI though, but okay. All right. But again, if conservatives weren't in charge of government, say it was Joe Biden, and Joe Biden was doing what you see happening right now in Minnesota, who would be screaming about government power right now? That's, again, this is not just, a one thing. It's not just Renee Good. It's not just kicking down and busting down people's doors, looking for folks. It's not just all of that. It's not all that. Because remember what I told y'all, none of it's a coincidence. You're absolutely right, Rafi. They would be flipping their shit if it was liberals doing this. But because of the propaganda, it's seen as normal and acceptable. But you know what I thought when I was thinking about it? The irony of it all? This kind of looks like the big government conservatives always warned us about. Remember that? Remember conservatives always said the deep state, the big government, it's going to bust in your house? Remember it told you that? Told you it would take you out your car. It told you it would take your health insurance. Remember, conservatives told you that. It said the deep state would do that. And looky, look at the deep state. The deep state is literally Republicans. Man, say it again, smiley face. 2A crowd, the first one bending it over, taking it with no dinner. When they claimed they loved 2A to protect them from the tyrannical government. Government get all tyrannical. All of a sudden, their pew-pew cabinets are locked for the first time in history. Boom. All of a sudden, they've locked all their pew-pews up. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice that? Man, snug it a bug. Snug it a bug. Scarlett, you know what I thought, Scarlett? I thought that you were a bot with no side teeth, you bad-built bitch. Goodbye. I told y'all I'm not a nice liberal. Y'all need to stop coming in my live because I'm not like the other liberals. The other liberals try to talk, see y'all point of view. I don't give a fuck about y'all point of view. Y'all poor and you got bad dental. So I don't care. File this under shit I don't care about. So it don't work on me. It don't work on me. I'm going to show you another award the president won. Look. He is now the 2012 Westminster Kennel Club Best in Show. Look at him. If it was not for this level of leadership, who knew? Trump never would have won all these awards without this level of leadership. We need to be clapping for our president. We need to be clapping for our president. Now listen, I'm going to stop for a second and say thank y'all for joining me on this wonderful Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, right? Where I get to drag as many MAGA snowflakes as possible. And don't get me wrong, snowflakes don't imply white. Snowflakes imply they cry all the fucking time. They always leaking. You know how snowflakes be melting and they be leaking? That's MAGA. They stay leaking. Thank you, DJ. I only ask when you're here this morning, especially if you got the day off and you're here with me this morning, if you could tap that like button, because tapping is clapping. I appreciate that. Then if you could hit that copy link button. Copy link counts as a share. You don't even have to send it to anybody. But it helps to boost the live, and it helps to let TikTok know that it's a great live. And then the third thing that I ask you to do is just engage. Let's have conversation. I'm asking questions. I'm thinking out loud this morning. I really, really am thinking out loud this morning going, some of this shit doesn't make any sense. Some of it does. Let's figure it out together. I think he did win the spelling bee for the second grade. You remember I showed y'all the picture where he had showed up at the school and was telling the kids he won Pennsylvania. In 2020, he said, I won Pennsylvania in 2020. No problem that you're at work. I understand. I just wanted to show y'all president be winning prizes, honey. He wins prizes. You say, how do we rebuild after he is gone? Well, and you got to start with, he ain't doing it alone. I told y'all Republicans are helping him. Republican leadership is helping him. Republican elected officials are helping him. You can no longer send any Republican to any government office, nowhere, locally or nationally. Republicans are here to keep you poor. Like, I want to show y'all something I saw this morning as we're still talking about and connecting the dots. Hold on, I'm going to show you this. Now look at that. It says, right, and I love me some Betty Bowers because they keep it real. I've been following Betty Bowers shit since the 90s, right? They said red state Texas has about 2.1 million undocumented immigrants. Red state Florida has 1.6 million undocumented immigrants. Blue state Minnesota has 130,000. Yet Minnesota is being occupied by ICE. It's not about immigration. But it made me ask the question, because see, me being the petty bitch that I am, and you know I like to start a lot of shit, right? I'm going to do a video today. And I'm going to ask conservatives, hey conservatives, if your president say he fighting for you like he say, if you live in Florida and Texas, how come he not getting them immigrants out of there so you can get a job? Because I know the bot's going to run in that motherfucker. The bot's going to run in there. Good. Because they'll help to boost it. Says TikTok won't. Yeah, they things that make you go, If it's really about immigration, why won't he clean out Texas? Why won't he clean out Florida? Because it ain't got shit to do with immigration. It's racism. And it's retaliation. He mad at liberals. It's about stopping liberalism in America. I go, what happened to freedom? Conservatives say all day, freedom, freedom, freedom. But I kept telling y'all, freedom is only for those who they deem it allowable to. That's it. It ain't about you being free. They want to be free to be racist with no consequence. That's the freedom they chasing. But they're free to be racist right now. Nobody has ever stopped anybody from being racist. What happened was consequences were implemented for being a racist. And folks ain't like that. That's when they say it's not fair. It's not right. Why can't I speak my truth? Yes, you can. But truth don't mean you free from your fucking consequences. That's the shit that they mad about. Hey, DCT, that's what they mad about. They're mad about the fact that you are implementing consequences. They mad when they racist online and lose their jobs. What? I didn't want them to know that I don't like blacks and Asians and Hispanics. At work, it doesn't matter. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, it matters. Minnesota is so united against him. This morning on Patreon, because y'all know I do an uncensored live after Patreon, where we dig even deeper. We go into places we can't go on TikTok. Oh, I found some great footage about the resistance in Minnesota. Minnesota's not backing down to Donald Trump and the federal government. And your government is talking about sending more people. I see how TikTok put a thing on my thing now. Live may contain AI generated content. Duh. Especially when one of the people in Milli Vanilli is dead. Duh. I'm mad that it has to say that. I saw a meme earlier where somebody from another country said you almost wouldn't know America didn't have schools. You almost wouldn't know America had schools if it wasn't for the pew pew events. I said, damn. Damn. Facts. Facts. You almost wouldn't know America had schools if it wasn't for mass pew pew events. What does that say about our country? Thank you so much, Lori B. I appreciate that. I said, whoa. I was like, it wasn't nothing I could say to that shit. Like, yeah, that it kind of looks like that. Because America almost looks like it doesn't have an education system. But if you talk to a lot of Americans, they are not very educated, right? And if it wasn't for mass pew pew events, you almost would think America didn't have schools. Think about it. Yeah, especially if you listen to MAGA. Man, European shade is some of the best shade, ain't it, Tiffany? Because they're educated. Catch that part. Educated shade is some of the best shade. Real shit. Educated shade is some of the best shade out there. Because most of the time, the shade is so good that it takes the person that's being shaded, they don't even realize that they were being dragged until they get all the way home. They be like, wait a damn minute. Gladys, I think they was calling us stupid. See? See? I have a bigger platform. I'm also on Patreon. I'm on YouTube. I'm multiple places. Just click the link in my bio, beautiful. And also check out my new podcast. Well, it's not new. My podcast, Straight No Chaser Podcast, every Wednesday. The new season of the Straight No Chaser Podcast starts on Wednesday, season 2. New episode, 7 o'clock p.m. Crazy thing is, I had been telling y'all, I want to double check. Yeah, I was right. The new episode is on Wednesday. Yep. Quiet as kept. But I'm going to start shit today because I'm going to create this video. And I'm going to say to conservatives, if you still ain't got no job and you live in Florida and Texas, you need to be asking the president why he not sending ICE there so you can get a job. You need to ask the president why he ain't sent ICE to your state to get rid of those immigrants so you can get those jobs that they took of yours. Because it makes you wonder. If I lived in Texas or in Florida, I'd be wondering. Well, shit. President say he gonna clean it up. But shit, he ain't cleaning it. Say it again, especially in Florida. Florida got a whole bunch of immigrants that they could lock up down there. Go down to Florida and lock their asses up. If it's all about cleaning up the streets and getting rid of illegals and criminals, and go to Texas. You know how many Americans in Texas could get jobs if you got rid of immigrants? Yep, go to Louisiana. But I think they did. They went to New Orleans, right? If I'm not mistaken. But they need to go to the suburbs. See? That's what they need to do. But I just, I find it kind of odd. I found that kind of odd when I saw that. I was like, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Because I'm telling y'all, what's happening in Minnesota and in other cities around America, this isn't about whether you like the outcome of what you see. It's about your government testing its power to see how far they can go with no pushback. With people just turning away, acting like they don't see it. That's what it's about. Yeah, Trump got a Grammy too, y'all. He got a Grammy too. Our president is a multi-talented artist. But it just seems to me that now our government is the very government we were warned about. It just has a different branding on it. You notice that? A different branding on it. Because see, I don't think conservatives changed their values at all. I don't think he changed his values at all. I don't think any conservative did. I just think we're seeing what values mattered more. And the values that mattered more, in my opinion, from me looking at it, is as long as they could control it, they were okay with a deep state. A big state. Remember I told y'all, I said, nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is an accident. Nothing. He's talking about midterm elections. I'm going to tell you why Trump's talking about them. And we've talked about this too. Trump is talking about midterms because he is concerned that Democrats are going to take majority and his ass is going to get impeached. That's what he's going to. He doesn't want any. Remember what Trump said in that interview recently? The only thing to stop him is his own morality. And we already know he ain't got none. So that's code word for ain't nobody stopping me. Remember that? That's code word for ain't nobody stopping me. Nobody's going to stop me from doing what the fuck I want to do when I want to do it. Why? Because I run this. That's genuinely how he's acting. I run this shit. Y'all, he's treating us like we in training day and he's fucking Alonzo. I run this shit here, you just live here. That's how Trump acting. Literally. And that's why I'm telling America, you got to wake up. America, you got to wake up. See, this version of government seems okay because it's aiming down to oppress us. Everybody up under, if you're in that 99.9%, you're going to get got. Right now, they're chasing immigrants. But trust me, they're going to get you too. They already took your health care, took your affordable housing, fucking up your schools. Your kids, they want your kids to be dumb as fuck. Yup. You know why? So you can work low-wage jobs for their rich donors. Yep. And eventually, I'm telling you, it's not too far off, where in order for you to work for somebody, because you can't afford your own, to keep a roof over your own head, you can't afford your own food, you'll be working for housing and food. Oh, shut up, AJ. AJS loves boys. Let's clap for AJS. I told y'all another thing that Trump has done that I love. He's exposed all the download men that dream about men all day. So AJS loves men. I'm not hooking up any guys with guys today. I tend to do that in the evening. So AJS, if you come back this evening, I can hook you up with with a boyfriend all for you. Okay, sir? But right now is not the time. Okay? You can bend over and hold your ankles later today. You've been blocked. I keep telling y'all, in the mornings, I don't do the boy-on-boy stuff. So if you want to get a boyfriend, you got to come at 5 o'clock. I'll hook you up at 5. That's what I noticed about conservative men. They love on other men. They love other men. Notice, y'all gonna start paying close attention to that shit now that I pointed it out. Watch how it's always men fawning over Trump. It's almost like they're in love with him, right? They like boys. And it's okay to like boys. But it's not okay to like boys when you have a whole wife and children. Then it's not okay to like boys. Because then what do you got that wife for? It's not okay. Right, they trying to have me Majobu after dark. 5 o'clock, gentlemen. They wake up thinking about boys, go to sleep thinking about boys. Damn. I don't even think about boys like that. And I'm a girl. Yo, that's why I said girl race in Texas, they fucking weird. They're all down low. I'm telling y'all, it's not a coincidence that they're always like, oh, I love Trump, this, that. It's men doing this shit first over the women. That's Milli Vanilli, Lady E. Girl, you know it's true. What they say, ooh, 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 I love you. Hey, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. People can say whatever they want. Milli Vanilli them songs used to be jamming. Because I used to be like, girl, you know it's true. Oh, ooh, 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 I love you. Hey, yeah, Milli Vanilli, one of them came back from the dead and gave Trump his Grammy. He said the president is so great at what he's doing. Why not? Y'all saw that look, I'm going to show you what else. He got Playgirl of the Year. Look at him. He's Playmate of the Year. Look at him with those childbearing hips. I'm so excited. Our president, listen, I can't speak for other countries, but in America, our president wins way more awards than any president anywhere in the world. Our president does. Our president does. Did I hear what the woman with the Trump tat on her face is now trying to crowdsource? Oh no. You know what, JW? If you if you find her link, send it to me. Oh, I'm about to look that shit up right now. Oh, hell no. Woman with Trump. Bitch. Oh no, bitch. Yes, she is. She's trying to raise $5,000. Oh, no. I'm doing a video about this today. Oh, no. The nerve of this bitch. She put a shitty mess on her face. She put a whole man on her face like a dummy. Now she need help. You mean to tell me she's too poor to pay to get her own tattoo removed? Come on, man. Come on, man. So you get this tattoo, but you're too poor. Oh, yep, she got Trump tattooed across her forehead. You know what she should do? She should reach out to Erica Kirk. Yeah, since Erica Kirk is endorsing J.D. Vance for president, and maybe Erica Kirk will get it removed, but she say in exchange for removal, you got to get Vance on your lower back. Catch it. Catch it. She got to get a tramp stamp of Vance's name on her lower back. So she got to choose Trump on your forehead or Vance on your lower back. Which one you want, sis? You got to choose. Which one you want, sis? Pick your poison. Because you can't. Ooh, listen. Somebody said Vance on the chin. Listen. See, you know why I wanted to put on her lower back as a tramp stamp? Because I didn't want that bitch to be able to put concealer over it. You understand? So I wanted to make it hard for her. So every time she tried to get a little loving, Vance right on her lower back. Soon as that happens, the guy's like, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Now, if you had Trump on your lower back, you would turn me on. But because you say Vance on your lower back, nah. I'm not really into J.D. Vance like I'm into Trump. That's what most conservative men say. They say stand up is tough. Sitting down being on the internet ain't that hard though. Catch that part. Catch that part. See, people don't be realizing that. You know what I mean? People don't be realizing that. That's why their parlay from being online to being on stage is markedly different. It's markedly different. Vanny, here's another one. My name, I am acting like I am an American, and I am coming in live to say I love Trump. You know in your culture they don't like you to do man-on-man action. You've been blocked. If your mom and daddy caught you on the internet talking about how much you love Donald Trump, you'd be pushed out of the family, and your sandals would be thrown right after you. Stop it. They always come in all upset. Shh. Shut that noise up. You always come in with a lot of foolishness. I've had enough. Shut it up. They claim Trump is so great. He's so awesome. Well, I'm just showing all the trophies he's won. And I don't understand why folks are mad about seeing all the trophies that he's won. Because he's won a lot of trophies. Look, another one. Look at him. He's Miss Teen Venezuela. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so proud of himself. You know what he's saying? I beat every one of them bitches. I beat every one of them bitches. What? I beat every one of them bitches. Can't nobody out bitch me. I'm having a great time, John. A wonderful time. I'm feeling like Waterboy. I'm having the best time of my life. That's me right now. Did I know the crowns South Korea gave him is for funerals? Damn. I'm not surprised. Again, that's that educated shade. He didn't know. He just saw a crown and was so happy. That's it. He just so happy. But I'm just so happy that our president is now Miss Teen Venezuela. I'm just so happy for him. He's getting all these awards. Obama never got all these awards. Joe Biden never got all these awards. Bill Clinton never got all these awards. Yeah, Trump is riding the coattails of women, but that's okay, Lizzie. It's okay for him because he identifies he's trans woman. Yes, we talked about Sasha Riley on Friday, Cloud, right over on Patreon. Trump is trans woman. That's what he is. He's trans woman. And you can watch that entire, that recording of that live on Friday, Cloud, is available for free to everybody. That's on my Patreon. The link is in my profile. We had a great discussion on that. Not just that, but we also talked about a Republican congressman who doesn't like trans people and how he got sentenced to 17 and a half years. And when you hear what he was sentenced to 17 and a half years for, you'll be like, the fuck? I mean, that shit's deplorable. That shit is deplorable what that man did and why he's in prison for 17 and a half years now. He was going to get 20, but he copped a plea so they would take some years off. No, it ain't Lindsey Graham. It's another guy. That's the funny part. Now, it is rumored that Lindsey Graham is in the Epstein files. Girl raised in Texas, just click the link in my bio. You'll go to my Patreon, right? And the one that's available to everybody, it's called, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's the Uncensored Live event, January 16th. That was Friday. That's my Friday show. And we went in depth on it. I mean, it's bad. I can't even talk about the shit that other elected officials did on TikTok at all. I will get an automatic strike. Look, okay, y'all, let's stop for a second. We got another man in here that loves men. King X76X. He's in love with men. Beloved, I'm not hooking up men with men this morning, okay? I know your wife is at work. I know she's at work. But this evening, 5 o'clock, you can come back. I'll do some man-on-man action for you, okay? Soon as those wives, soon as them tires peel out them driveways, those men be all over the fucking internet talking about how much they love Donald Trump. Y'all need to pay attention to that shit. I'm telling you, I'm watching the shit and I'm going. Because men don't talk about men like that. Not in the way that these men talk about Donald Trump. You understand? You understand? Oh, I shared the location of where those tapes were, Advia, on Friday. That's the other thing, too. I give the link to where you can get all of those, listen to all of those audio recordings from Sasha, where he talks about Lindsay, Trump, and other people involved with that Epstein stuff. Y'all better pay attention. Listen. You gonna use some of my territory? Hey, go right ahead, Snow. I'm telling y'all. I'm watching all this stuff. Say it again. MAGA men secretly have always been subs. They've always been subs. Just think about it. Because when somebody tough come in the room, they always get submissive. They've always been subs. Always. Always. And they always been DL. Do y'all remember? I forget about the congressman. Look, let me look it up right now. Hold on, I'm going to look up his name. Congressman caught in bathroom. Because I remember this. Right. Larry Craig. Y'all remember Larry Craig was caught in that bathroom rubbing fingers with another man trying to like hook up in airport bathrooms? Y'all remember. And that was back in 2007. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember? I remember. And keep in mind, he was anti-gay. He was anti-gay. What? What? Anti-gay. But you in the bathroom, can I have a little toilet paper? And when the person go to hand it to you, he like, hey man, I just want you to, what? I tell you, it's always the loudest ones. Always. Do you understand? The ones who protest the loudest are always the ones who are trying to oppress it. Always the ones not living in their truth. Always. He was found guilty of lewd conduct. He was erected. Look, hold on. I'm clicking on it. And quiet as kept. It was in Minneapolis at that. Minneapolis at that. What did it say? 2007, June 11th. Larry Craig, a Republican United States Senator from Idaho, was arrested in a men's restroom at the Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. I remember that because I faintly remembered it. I just couldn't remember the guy's name. He only resigned out of pressure from Republicans back then. Because back then, that was the type of shit that pushed you out of Congress. Not now. All of them DL. So now, they ain't got to push each other out. Not for that shit. Not with that shit. They said he was doing something called catogging. So a police officer sat in a bathroom stall. They were doing an undercover operation in the airport because they had been getting reports of men in that bathroom at that airport carrying on. So the police was hanging out in that airport bathroom stall as part of an undercover operation. They sat in that stall for 13 minutes. Then they observed Craig lingering outside and frequently peeking through the crack of the door on the stall. Then Craig entered the stall to the left of the officer's stall. And they said, then Craig tapped his right foot, because that was the signal to let the guy know in the stall next to him, hey man, let's get down with the get down. Right? Right? So then, he tapped his toes some more. Like, motherfucker, you don't see me tapping my foot? So then he took his foot and he tapped the cop's foot in the stall next to him. Like, motherfucker, listen. I'm trying to catch this work. Then when that didn't work, he swiped his hand under the stall. Like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Now, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I done tapped my foot. I done kicked your foot. Where the eggplant at? Where the eggplant at? I'm here on a stop through. I done scheduled my flight to stop through here because I done heard about this airport bathroom. And you making me work too hard for it. He wanted it bad. You understand? See, in case y'all didn't know all the details behind it, he wanted it bad. All right? Like most conservative men. Right? So, when he kept sticking his hand under there, eventually the officer stuck his hand back up under the partition, but his was with a badge in his hand. Catch that part. Then that's when the dude came out of his stall and the officer came out of his and pointed toward the exit like, get your punk ass out there because you know we got you. Because I'm reading it right here. And he didn't want to go with the officer, and he demanded the officer show his identification a second time. The officer did that. Then they arrested his ass. Right? Right? Now, after he got arrested, he's standing there. He tried to give his business card to the officer to say, hey, I'm a senator. So he said to the officer, what do you think about that? As if him being a senator was supposed to get his bathroom trying to get my hookup on a layover card, get out of jail free card. That's not how that works. Now, Craig tried to say the reason why his foot touched the officer's foot in a whole other stall. Gentlemen, I want y'all to listen to this. He said because he got a wide stance when he go to the bathroom. Gentlemen, did you hear that? He said the only reason why his foot touched a man's foot in another stall was because when he on the toilet, he got a really wide stance. Gentlemen, I have a question for you. Have you ever used a public restroom and you got your legs open so wide that your foot actually touches another man's foot in another stall? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. You said no, GR. You just said no, great. Y'all say no? Sergio said hell no. Chocolate say hell no. I'm just reading what he said. She said, my friend said hell no. That's what I figured. But he said, I positioned them. I don't know. At the time. I'm a fairly wide guy. Wink, wink. Still was trying to get the favor of the officer. Like, listen, officer, I'm working with a Coke can, sir. You don't want to arrest me. Right? Right? I'm just telling y'all. Well, I'm reading it right here. Then they say, when the officer asked him about, well, you put your hands under the stall. You didn't just hit me with your foot. You know what I mean? You went digging under the stall like, hey, where you at? He said he was trying to pick up a piece of paper off the floor. Paper. And of course the police report says there wasn't no paper on the floor. It's like, bruh, just call it a day, homie. You got caught, bruh. You got caught, homie. You got caught, homie. Exactly, she. Exactly. Why would he even want the paper if it was on the... Oh, but get this. This is the cherry on top. This is the cherry on top with this story. He went back to that airport after being arrested to complain about how he had been treated by police when they caught him trying to proposition folks in the bathroom. Catch that part. He was not willing to ever call it an L. He just wouldn't let the shit go. He claimed he wanted the information for his lawyer. What? He ended up pleading guilty to a misdemeanor of disorderly conduct. Because he took a plea deal, right? He paid $575 in fines and fees for his guilty plea. So, yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Weaver. So, yeah, bro was in the bathroom fishing like most conservative men. That's why they have so much hatred. Listen, they hate women because women take men from them. Do you get it now? Do you connect the dots now? Do you connect the dots? You got it now? Women are competition for them. They don't like that. They don't like competition. They want the boys all to themselves. Some of them do want to be us. Some of them do want to dress up in our things and be us. Some of them do. Caitlyn Jenner, if you're listening. I'm not a fan of Caitlyn. That's a mean bitch. That's a mean, hateful bitch. And you gotta be disillusioned when you transition to compete because you triggered by your daughters. You ain't gonna never be cute. Like, you ain't gonna never look like your daughters. But okay. All right. I said what I said. If y'all watch those old Keeping Up with the Kardashian episodes back when Bruce was still with their mama, he was a catty, mean bitch. Even then. Even then. Yup, it's the truth. I'm telling you. Because I used to pay attention to that shit. Be like, damn, he a catty bitch. And then bam, years later come out talking about, oh, he gonna transition. I said, oh, that explains all those comments. He was fucking jealous. That part. Yep, he was jealous. And now he look a whole mess. He done ran out, he done did all of this, and now he bad built and look a mess. Or she look a mess. I don't know. I just say Caitlyn. Fuck it. But I'm telling you, he's a hateful fuck. Damn, I did it again. Because I can't help it. Because I'm going to tell you why I be doing that. Because Caitlyn is a trans woman that acts like a white straight male. It's very weird. It's like you still trying to act with the same privilege that you had when you was a straight white male. Well, you're not anymore. Not according to you. Because you're dating a trans woman. So, Yeah. He's trying to have it both ways. He's trying to maintain the privilege while also using that privilege, catch this part, using that privilege to then become Woman of the Year. All the while voting for a party in which he claims they need to stop playing with science and messing with identities. Wait a minute. Where is your own mirror, ma'am, sir, ma'am? Okay. I'm gonna just put it out there. I caught that shit. I caught that shit from Caitlyn. I caught that shit. I've been peeped it. That's why I don't like that bitch. That's why I don't like that bitch. Anytime I see her, I'm just like, every time I see her, I don't like her. It's one of them, you know how like some people you see it's like on site? Caitlyn is that for me. I'm like, I don't like that hateful bitch. I don't like that hateful bitch. Oh, it's cold. I don't like her at all. What they say, she a hateful 304. Yeah, Trump is now Miss Teen Venezuela. I'm going to show you all the things he's won. He also has the women's singles championship, right? He got that from Serena. See what I'm saying? He's winning all these prizes, right? He's winning all these prizes. So he won that one, right? So he won that. And then, hold on, where's the other one he won? I gotta find it. I gotta look for them. He's won so many, right? He's won so many. Oh yeah, then he won the Kennel Club, the Westminster Kennel Club. He got that from the 2012 winner, you know. Yes, Trump is trying to stop federal funding to blue states only. He is. Right? So then you got them. Then he also won Playmate of the Year. Come on. Our president's a winner. I can't speak for nobody else. And then on top of that, Milli Vanilli, he won, they gave him their Grammy. They were like, fuck it. Trump is such a fucking patriot. So they gave him that too. Thank you, Phyllis. But Phyllis, you can't come in here with a nussy and being that ugly and that fucking old and that avatar, bitch. Goodbye. I hate when conservatives come in here talking and their skin look like old Coach bags. Like what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Penny Joe. People with names like Penny Joe tend to be poor. You've been blocked. It's like Barbara Joe, Norma Jean. You probably don't have no side teeth. Blocked. I told you I don't talk with people who don't have no side teeth. I don't do it because I already know that means your entire life you've been on government health care. So and government dental as well. Because if you got government dental, 9 times out of 10 you got government health care too. You ain't got one and don't have the other. So you're very disillusioned, you're mad, you're poor, you're still poor. I can guarantee that shit. Still poor, still angry, still upset, want to blame everybody for your circumstance but your mama and your daddy. Everybody but the people who created you. Pretty like the reason why I say something about side teeth, because most people who were raised on government dental do not have side teeth. Why? Because when those teeth go bad, or when you get cavities, they will pull them. That's why. They will pull them. So it's an easy indicator for me. And if you look at MAGA, most of the time when they talking, the sides is just as barren. It's a barren fucking wasteland on them sides. Hell, sometimes in the front too. Catch that part. Catch that part. Sometimes in the front too. Because they so busy being fucking hateful. So busy being hateful, so busy trying to, dictate life for everybody, and how things work. But when you pay attention, sincerely, when you really pay attention to what they be doing, then you catch on to the shit. You like, okay, I see what that is. I see what that is. Okay. Okay. That's why I told y'all, I find, this is how I do it. I could never be offended by somebody who is living in a generational trailer. You say you barely went to the dentist as a child, but you still have your side teeth. You know why, Tracy? Because you brushed and flossed. See, you was woke, Tracy. You ain't know? Brushing and flossing is woke. Brushing and flossing is considered woke by MAGA. Think about it, Tracy. Think about it, Tracy. Brushing and flossing is wokeness. That's preventative care. Think about it. Just think about it. That is preventative maintenance. It's woke to floss. You should be able to brush your teeth and get all the food out just from brushing. Only a weak person would floss. Not having no front shows strength. You know why? Imagine eating fried chicken with no teeth. If that don't say strong, I don't know what does. Think about it. Eating fried chicken with no teeth is strong. The crunch on real, think about double fried chicken. Korean fried chicken. You can't chew that shit. I mean, you can. I've seen people with no teeth chew fried chicken and eat fried chicken. That's considered tough. Yep, corn on the cob, hard candy. Not Pam Bondi presented Trump with the Keeper of the Epstein Files Award. I wouldn't doubt it. Gums be tough as leather, don't they? If they bit you with their gums, they could bite, they could crack the skin. They could break the skin. That's how tough them gums be. You understand? Them gums be built, honey. Okay? Look. Tracy said my mama would take down a steak. She said she would take down a steak. Listen. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give y'all something to think about. That's all. I'm just trying to give you something to think about. Put it in your mind. Flossing is woke. Brushing, you can get away with brushing. But you can't brush too much, and you should only do once a day. Because if you brush after every meal or floss after every meal, you woke. You woke. That's how these people think. You got good skin, that means you moisturize. You too woke. You drink water, too fucking woke. Too fucking woke. When we go to the bathroom, our stuff supposed to glow in the dark. That's how a lot of people think. That's why I go, folks got to wake the fuck up. Now I want to show y'all something that I saw that the internet did as we're wrapping up this morning. That I saw that the internet did that I thought was pretty damn cool. Look who now has Person of the Year. Motherfucking Luigi, baby. Motherfucking Luigi, baby. Right? Because we can't keep our eye, we cannot forget about the fact that if it wasn't for the public putting money on Luigi's books, not abandoning him after all that happened, if it wasn't for that shit happening, right? He'd be up Schitt's Creek right about now. But because Luigi got money because the public came to the rescue, he able to push back and fight. So the system is not so they can't so easily convict him and throw him away. They can't, because now he got money to fight like rich people do. See, now y'all getting to see what it looks like when rich people go to court and they want to fight shit. They want to delay shit. They want to drag things out. That's what Luigi's been able to do. Due to people putting money on his fucking books. His family, okay, his family may have money though. That may be true. But I appreciated that the public made sure to put some money on those books. Okay? And there was one more thing I was trying to show y'all this morning. Hold on. I'm going to put this here while I'm looking for it. Look at that. Look at that ICE officer. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's supposed to protect America. How? That's why immigrants are coming up missing. They're being eaten by ICE. Like the fuck? Right. We supposed to believe he's trained. He can't even tie his shoes without making a sound. What? Okay. All right. Okay. I forgot I had this one too. Because I was like, when I saw it, I said, yep, them the type of motherfuckers that's out there. That's the type of dudes that's out there. He gonna keep America safe, but he ain't got the knees or the back to keep himself safe. If he had to run, I got him a half a block, if that much, before he winded and them ankles and knees and that back done gave out. He ain't chasing nobody. But he can be behind the wheel driving to chase somebody. He ain't running to chase nobody. This is why they be so mad when they're going to detain people, because they got to get physical. The most physical activity most of them have ever had is in this fucking job that they're doing. That's it. So they pissed. I didn't sign up to have to sweat and shit and have to chase a motherfucker. That's what they be saying. That's what they mad about. Now, remember y'all that story y'all heard the other day of the ICE agents going to the Mexican restaurant and then coming back and apprehending the staff? I wonder if he was one of those guys that went to the restaurant. He looked like he probably did. You're right, his vest can't even close. Poor thing. That vest is DEI. Yeah, that vest is DEI. Quiet as kept, he's not built for this job. Technically, he's a whole DEI hire. When you think about it, how could this man possibly handle the physicality of the job? It's impossible. And look, he even got him something there to drink because he get thirsty. Oh. I saved it on here. I didn't save it on here. I'll have to pull it up on Patreon. Listen, I thank y'all for joining this morning. We're going to continue an uncensored conversation over on Patreon, because that's what we do. If you want to join me, you click the link in my profile. It'll take you to my website and it allows you to see all the things there. I will be back at 5 o'clock this afternoon on TikTok, So I will be back at 5 p.m. I thank y'all for joining me today. Listen, on this day, on this MLK holiday, right? Don't allow the hatred and the division to be the thing that you remember and focus on, right? Focus on the positives. Focus on resistance and do that, and don't be apologetic about it, okay? Don't be apologetic about it. I just wanted y'all to see former presidents we've had along with our tough president with a little tiny hand. Oh, him so cute with his little tiny finger. For a second, you can't almost tell what finger it is. It's so cute. It's so cute. The funny, you know how they do that? That it's that superstition or that rumor that, men with big hands have big things. So you would think a guy with a little hand has little feet, but he got a lot of fluid on his feet right now. A lot of fluid on his ankles right now. So Trump got real big feet and ankles. All an illusion. Melania mad as hell in there. You are a fraud. You are fraud. Your shoes do not match your hands. I make fuck get green card, but not with little hand. That's what she say. That's what the first lady say. I make fuck get green card, but your hand small. Concerned or fuck. Good morning to you, beautiful. Y'all have a wonderful and beautiful and blessed day. If it's your first time here, don't let it be your last time. We like to have fun over here. Okay? We like to have, look, I'm going to pull up I know that movie coming out. Look, let me find it. That movie poster, because Melania does have a movie coming out. January 30th. Hold on, let me find it, because I have it. There it is. There it is. January 30th. Yep. New film. Yep. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Tickets are probably already on pre-sale. Get your tickets. Right? No, you want to see this movie. I think you want to see this one. This will tell you a little bit more. Right? It'll be a wonderful, wonderful movie. Okay? That's why I said what I said. Make fuck. Get green card. I make fuck. You have small hand. I don't know. Listen, thank y'all this morning. I love y'all. I appreciate you being here. Look, we got 84,000 likes this morning. Thank you so much. We got over 130 shares. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want you to have a beautiful and blessed day on purpose today. Make sure you do that. Before I wrap up, I'm going to give a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, Miss Beautiful Chris Wrightmere. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Miss Weaver. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 4, handsome Marky. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 5, Miss Beautiful Valerie. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to handsome Kiera. Thank you so much, handsome. Thank you to all my mods for helping me out this morning. Listen, I'm going to tell you how I always tell you, okay? Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed any trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Patreon folks, I'll see you in a second for this unfiltered discussion. I got some great footage for you this morning. Peace out. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. I love you guys.